name behind the success is of none other than our Shibu sir, who conceived the idea of initiating this business and driving becoming all dignitaries. Today, our Employee Summit Fortuna 2025 is going to be inaugurated by our Honorable Chairman, Mr. T.P. Sreenivasan sir, Retd IFS. Under the chairmanship of Sreenivasan sir, we are growing day by day.
எந்த ஒரு பொருளாதார தேவைக்கும் KLM நம்ம கூடவே இருக்கு. KLM Axiva Finvest
for a great achievement. Kavita is branch in charge of Tiruvallur branch, Chennai region. Investment category we have
Officer T.P. Sreenivasan IFS retired, our beloved zonal head Julius Jobert, all the regional managers, branch managers and people those who have invited for the meeting. Welcome once again for Fortuna 25. So this would be a fun-filled, information-filled, knowledge-filled day for all Tamil Nadu leaders, and we have arranged only for you, only because of you. So this day will be a celebration day, mostly, so we will have a lot of informative sessions. Our Honorable Chairman, T.P. Sreenivasan sir, will give you a lot of insights about KLM and other global arena. Then Shibu sir is here, he will be giving lot more information about the forthcoming events of KLM Axiva. And of course, this particular day, we would be getting a lot of new kind of information from our trainer. He has been invited in the afternoon. So, and probably by evening we will have a dance, DJ, everything, and we will go back to the home with full of energy for the upcoming days of KLM Axiva success. All you are, happy? Happy? Okay. So day is for you, that I said, for me, so I wanted to give you some insights about this, the way forward of KLM Axiva. We are into the 25th anniversary years. So last 25 years has been quite challenging for KLM Axiva. We started with one branch there in Kerala. Kodhamangalam was the place where we born, and our beloved executive director, he has a lot of dreams, and he started this firm with a humble beginning, and after probably 10-15 years, so we grew up to a level where all other big giants, probably so you are going to be one among initial fundamental activities for the IPOs. You might be knowing a lot of things need to be done for IPOing, or your shares to be listed. It should be there in the Pakka 100% profitable proposition when you are listing there in BSE or NSE. So we are keenly watching, we are keenly working for it, which is happening across the head office, departments and branches. You will also be getting a lot of calls for correcting some, nuances which has probably been an ingredient for our profitable proposition. Are you all following me? Yes, sir. Yeah. So the 25 years of saga, we have created about 1,000 number of branches in the group, about 700 branches for KLM Axiva itself. We are serving about 5 lakh active customers which is not a small number for that matter. You there in Tamil Nadu, we have almost 125 branches, which is very pivotal for KLM Axiva's success. Almost 50-60% of branches are into profits, and some of branches are nearing profit, and some are trading where so you need to gear up. You need to become a profitable branch within probably 40-50 days. Business we require. I'm not going deep into the business numbers today, but everything boils down to the numbers. Like when somebody there in Maharashtra or Gujarat who's looking at KLM Axiva's numbers, they will be looking at the profitable numbers for buying their shares. Clear or not? So when somebody who's not knowing the KLM Axiva's board or Nayanthara's face, they will be looking at the numbers while they are going to buying this shares. So if your branch numbers are very lucrative, your profit is very high, which is gradationally growing, organically growing, then people would be very much confident on buying your shares, and it will grow further and give lot of profit for the buyers. That should be the positive motto. For that, employees are key for that. The workforce or the warriors of KLM Axiva is you. You should be very happy, you should be knowledgeable, you should be having very positive mindset while we go forward. Because of that, we are all together here for understanding about KLM Axiva and its forthcoming days success. We will understand lot more things during the day. Information will be flowing from all these leaders, and you will be getting lot more positive vibes when you go back to the home. Anyway, our departments, our other branch managers, other CSE, CROs, everybody is watching Fortuna 25, which is happening there in Chennai today through this online media. So you should be, giving very, very bigger positivity today for all KLM Axiva's people. So let's begin with a positive note. I'm eager to wait Sreenivasan sir's speech, Shibu sir's speech, and the message which they are going to give you. The future of KLM Axiva is highly fantastic. So we are at about 700 branches today. We will be having about 2,000 branches within 3 years' time. That's what the dream is. We would be there at 5,000 crores of business within 3 years of time, which would be a great thing. And our profitability will go increase manifold within this 3 years of time. So 3 years down the line, we will be accountable NBFC in the space, and I'm sure that the biggies will look at you as a real competitor. And for 10 years down the line, probably, or 5 years down the line, what will happen at 2030, that we will present by the end of, this session. We will have a roadmap which I need to present it. Before, your training session, I will just go through that. Probably the presentation will be run through.
Is the only company in India which has two ambassadors. One is the brand ambassador and the other is the working ambassador. I got up at 4 a.m. in the morning and flew all the way to Chennai to be here. I don't think Nayanthara will do that for you. But of course she inspires you. I know all of you have seen her, and the fact that we have support of such great grand personalities is something which gives you confidence. This is the first time that I am attending a group meeting of Axiva outside Kerala. And that is something which is significant because you are our closest neighbors. I have two daughters-in-law and one sister-in-law from Tamil Nadu. So I could also quote that connection. But Kerala has been growing, and in that growth, Tamil Nadu has been a significant partner. We have a poem in Malayalam, Keralam Valarunnu, Paschimaghattangale Keriyum Kadannundan Anyaman Rajyangale. Evideyanu Paschimaghattam? Actually it is Tamil Nadu. And so it is through that Kerala has grown international community, one of the biggest Indian communities in the whole world. So many things that we do in Kerala are of course connected to this growth, and we all have a national vision. When Mr. Shibutheckumpuram started this, obviously he was thinking in terms of Kerala and the possibilities of development within Kodamangalam, the small town that he comes from. But I can see that he had bigger plans. He was not confining himself to Kodamangalam or Ernakulam district or Kerala alone. And within these 25 years, he has really developed that vision, and that is why KLM is so big and effective. So let us give him a big hand to congratulate him on his success. We are all here because of one man. If he was not there, none of us would have been here. Well, India is growing very fast, you all know. And we have a dream. It is just not the Prime Minister's dream, but our dream, that in 2047, India would be a developed nation. I'm sure many of you have traveled abroad to know what a developed nation means and how far we are from that objective. You travel in the United States or France or Germany, you normally see a different world, which is entirely different from the standard of living, the behavior, the clothing, everything is very different. We are nowhere near that at this point. Of course, from the time that we became independent, since then India has grown, and we have always dreamed of India being one of the most powerful countries in the world. Of course, from a soft power point of view, India had always been a leader, in the sense that our culture, our leadership, our scriptures, our general knowledge, our inventions have all been going around the world. So we have reached a take-off stage. And in fact, Dr. Abdul Kalam used to say, he is from Tamil Nadu, as you know. He used to say that Kerala would be a developed country, India would be a developed country by 2020. He started saying that around 2010. And I used to wonder what he meant by that, because 2020 reaching a developed nation status was not even thinkable for us. But he kept repeating it. And one day I asked him, sir, are you very sure that we will be a developed country in 2020? He said, dreaming does not cost anything. We can always dream for the best and the highest. If we will not accomplish it, it does not matter. But if you aspire for it, that itself is valuable. And now we have shifted that date to 2047, when we will be completing 100 years of independence. We have had a very rapid growth, particularly after Dr. Manmohan Singh's reforms. I'm sure you all know better than me. And our growth had gone up to 11 to 12%. And before the liberalization of the economy, we were at the kind of 3 to 4 points growth, which used to be mocked by the rest of the world as Hindu rate of growth. But within a few years after the liberalization of the economy, we grew at about 11 to 12%, and now we are around 6% growth. That's not enough to be a developed nation. But all signs show that we are on the point of taking off. And what has happened to India during the various prime ministers that we have had, each one of them has made a contribution. And today we have a prime minister who also is dreaming and working very hard in order to bring about the growth that he wants us to have. There are obstacles in this way, as you all know. Particularly the 21st century, beginning of the 21st century has been very hard. Till the end of the 20th century, there was some kind of a global structure which enabled us to have peace in the world. We had the United Nations, which was very effective. Even during the Cold War, the United Nations was able to dictate to the world what they should be doing. But in the early 21st century, the situation changed. I'm sure you must all be aware of that. And we had 4 major crises in 2021 onwards. The first, of course, is the big terrorist attack in New York. It was far away in New York, but those terrorists went from India, Afghanistan, Pakistan. And that is a big blow to humanity as a whole, because everything we thought was secure became very insecure. The United States felt that since they had the capacity to destroy the world 52 times with your nuclear weapons, had to kneel before 10 people who did not have even a gun in their hands. The terrorists of 9/11 were empty-handed when they got into the plane, you know that. And they just used the forks and knives in the plane to defeat the United States. It was not just the death and destruction alone, but it demoralized the United States.